Alright boys, it's day 2 on the road to 5k subs, but in this video I'm going to be giving you the absolute best information about shotguns in Fortnite Season 8. We all know the tac got removed, so you guys want to know what the best shotgun is? I'm going to give it to you right now, and there's different ways of looking at it, so I'm going to explain it for every type of player, whether you're controller, keyboard, or mouse. It really doesn't matter, bro. You could be playing mobile with your fingers. I'll explain to you what shotgun you need to be using. So starting off, we've got the lever action shotgun, we've got the pump shotgun, and we've got the charge shotgun. And what we're going to do is take a look at all of the grey rarities. Then we're going to compare the grey rarities to find out which one is actually better at like low level. And then we're going to compare all the gold rarities, so that way we know which gun we need to try and get by the end game. Because obviously we're not going to look at the gold stats and not the grey stats, because sometimes, and in very rare cases, it's better to have a different gun off spawn than what you want endgame. And you'll see this throughout the video. I'm going to get straight into it right now though. So on screen we have all different shotgun stats. So the left one being the lever action, the middle one is the pump, and the right one is the charged shotgun. And I have them laid out this way because of their characteristics. So the lever action shotgun has a wider crosshair, it has a higher fire rate than all of the other shotguns, and it does the most body damage in grey rarity. So that's really good, you don't even need to aim for the head, and it does 93.6 damage to the body at max. Now obviously, like we said, it has the wide crosshair, so you need to be really close to people. But what happens in unfortunate events off spawn is that you tend to be really close to people, so that's where it comes into effect off spawn. If you're in the same building as somebody, it's very easy to get really close or into the same box as them with a lever action. So that's why I'm telling you, off spawn, the lever action is probably one of the more overpowered shotguns, and the fact that it has a faster fire rate than all the other shotguns in the game right now. On the other hand, you have the pump shotgun, okay? DPS is 58.8, so DPS is good. We have a damage of 84 though, so that's the max body damage. Obviously we're only talking about body damages here, but I'm pretty sure it has a 2.0 multiplier or something like that, so it can do up to, I think, like 110, 115. I'm not too sure with the pump though, but the thing is, we know it does 84 body damage, and it can definitely hit a 100 headshot. That's all that matters. So you can potentially one-shot headshot somebody with the pump off spawn. And the advantages of the pump is that it does have that longer range and the more consistent damage when people are further away from you. And the charge shotgun, on the other hand though, that really dominates that range, so we'll move on to that really quickly. And you'll notice that both of these have the same base damage. Look at the pump shotgun's damage, not the damage per second now, just the damage. It's 84.0, but with the charge shotgun it's 84.0 as well. So what we need to do is, okay, the charge shotgun has to charge up to hit 84 off spawn. So is that really useful for you? Is the charge shotgun or the pump better in this scenario? It's definitely got to be the pump, because the pump can definitely do that 100 damage. That's all you need off spawn. Remember that. Just that clean 100, because that's all the health that they're going to have. The charge shotgun, you have to charge it up to hit that damage. So if it's a pump versus charge shotgun off spawn at 50-50, you both have no shield, that pump wins that fight 9 times out of 10. But when you put that pump then, so we know the pump is better than the charge, but when we put that pump against the lever action, it's way easier for someone with a lever action to miss a shot and then hit you with a second one while you're still, waiting for your second shot to be ready to shoot because of that slow fire rate. So there's different ways of looking at it, but I'm telling you right now, for consistency and just off basics, it's definitely best to have a lever action shotgun off spawn, because you tend to be close to people, like I said at the start. But now if we take a more deeper look at the gold rarities of each one of these weapons, we'll be really on a W right now on explaining all of this. So let's get straight into that bit. Alright boys, and before we actually talk about these gold rarities, I'm just going to ask you to hit that sub button, man. If you're trying to get better at Fortnite, this is the place for you. I'm putting out content every single day exactly like this. We do VOD reviews, we do coaching style stuff. I'm here to help you get better for absolutely nothing. I'm just going to help you through it, man. Trust me, I got you. With that said, I'm hoping you've subscribed. Let's get into these last 3 shotguns, okay? Now obviously the same layout again. We have the lever action shotgun, the pump shotgun, and the charge shotgun. So when we take a look again, starting with lever, starting on the left, and we'll work our way across. The lever action at gold rarity, there's 114.3. Now as we remember, the grey lever action does 93. So there's not that big of a jump between grey and gold. It's something like 20-30 damage, which isn't a big difference. Now obviously when it comes to headshot multipliers, the lever action shotgun is just out of the park. It's actually worse to go for a headshot with this gun because the crosshairs are so big. It's like, all right, put my head here in the middle, right? My head is in between my hands, okay? How many of the pellets are going to hit? You get me? Whereas if with the charge, it's something like that. So 90% of the pellets will hit my head with a charge like this crosshair, but the lever action is a bit broader. So if we lower that crosshair down, fits just nicely with the body shot, so you can hit them straight to the chest for a decent amount of damage. That's where the lever comes in handy for people who can't aim at the head, who don't have that kind of precision to aim at the head and like to be very aggressive and in your face. But again, moving on to the pump, right? Now we'll compare them all and dumb them all down like we did. The pump's body damage, the gold pump, is 116. So when we compare 116 to 114, 116 wins with a smaller crosshair. The only thing that you don't have with the pump shotgun is that fire rate the lever action does. But what you do have is the fact that you can hit a 203 headshot and knock somebody out the gate. Literally just gone, out the gate, just full stop. That's it. The pump can do that. The gold pump can do that. That's something the lever can't. So from now on, the lever action at these higher rarities, at blue and above, the lever action is gone. Okay, it's not in the ballpark. It's not in the conversation. So now we're looking at pump versus charge. So when we look at the damage of each one, all right, we've the pump on the right with 81 DPS. The charge shotgun has 86.7 DPS. So you're telling me this gun has, I think, 5 more damage per second, but yet it still has to do a charge. But one thing that you probably haven't noticed with the different rarities of the charge shotgun, the charge charges up slightly faster the higher the rarities you go up. You can see this when you look at the fire rate compared to the grey one. I probably don't have them on screen right now, but when you look at the fire rate, trust me, it goes up a few notches. Not a lot, not a big difference, literally not a game changer, but it's just good to notice that the charge can actually charge up faster the higher the rarity, therefore giving it a bigger DPS as well as doing more damage. It does do less damage now per shot than the pump. The pump we can see does 116 damage, but the charge shotgun does 102 at max charge. So you're telling me to do 100 damage, okay, with the charge fully charged up, to the body it only does 102, and it's like, well, how do I win there? What you don't understand is that it can do basically I think it's 240 damage or 230 damage to the head with the charge shotgun. And then you'll be like, yeah, but you have to charge it up, and I can just use a gold pump that can do 203, because once it's over 200, it really doesn't matter because you're still dead anyway. So people be arguing that way a lot, but what they don't see is the fact that you can do 230 damage. You only need to do 200, but you've got 30 extra, okay? That allows you to, take a few tiles away. So obviously 200 fully charged while you're pressing the shotgun up against somebody's face. That's like really close to them. You get me? You're not missing any shots. But let's say with a pump, for example, that right here, this distance, 203. You move a tile away, okay? It's not going to do 203, it's going to do 199. So by being one tile away, you're not doing 200. You've got to be in the same box as him to do that 200, or at least very close to a window or something like that. Other hand, when you have the charged shotgun, you've got that extra 30 damage, kind of just like, an extra bit of luggage. So you can be right beside him, do 230, but move a tile back, and then do 215, and then maybe another tile, you're doing 205. So you have that range, and the crosshair is also super small, meaning it is very likely for you to hit heavier shots once you hit that charge up. So what I'm telling you right now is, by hands down, no matter what mode you're playing, solos, duos, trios, you need somebody on your team with a charge shotgun. Even 2 people, better if it's 3. Now obviously, some people won't be good with the charge shotgun. You probably can't even get good with the charge shotgun. So I'll tell you right now, if you don't have time to get good with the charge shotgun, just stick with the pump. The pump is better than the lever at higher levels. It's much more consistent once you're out of off spawn. The lever dominates off spawn hands down, but after you get out of off spawn, like literally when you loot up your POI and you've done fighting, try and get yourself a pump, because when it gets into build fights, the lever action doesn't do much good, because you can't do a side jump and hit him for a heavy shot because the crosshairs are big, so you're not hitting them. Pump action, on the other hand, has that kind of smaller crosshair that you can still side jump, hit somebody and catch yourself and still make it worth a lot of damage. Lever action, charge shotgun, you can't even really do that. You have to just shoot an uncharged shot. You can jump, shoot him, and catch yourself. But if you go for that charge, you're going to fall a floor or two. But the charge shotgun has to have a different kind of playstyle with it. And I'm going to be doing videos like this, by the way, for all of the categories. This was just the shotgun. Maybe later on in the week or next week, we'll do the SMGs and slowly work our way towards snipers and assault rifles and other stuff like that. Maybe even a heal meta. But you boys have to let me know down below in the comments what one you want to see next. So I'm telling you, just last time, okay? charged shotgun, aim to be good with the charged shotgun. It's going to take time though. If you don't have time, you use the pump shotgun and you get very, very good with it. And if you just literally are off spawn, that's the only time you use the lever action. That's the rules for Season 8, okay? If there's an update down the line where these get tweaked, I'll do a fully updated version. Just again, another good reason to subscribe. Like the video, all that good stuff. And let me know what actual category of weapon you want next. Is it submachine guns? Is it pump? And the video on screen right now will definitely help you out a lot. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope to see you again, man. I'm genuine with that.